She introduced me as her driver, at a party I helped pay for, said it loud enough that everyone heard. When I pulled her aside afterward, she rolled her eyes and said, "You should be grateful I even let you in." I didn't argue, didn't raise my voice, just picked up my jacket and left. 2 weeks later, her parents showed up at my door. Funny how you can spend years with someone and still not really know them at all. Or maybe the signs were always there, and I just didn't want to see them. Either way, what happened last month changed everything. Here's the situation. I'm 32 years old. My name's Alex. I had been dating Susan, 29, for about 2 years. We met through mutual friends at a bar trivia night. She was gorgeous, confident, had this way of making everyone gravitate toward her. I fell hard. Susan works in IT at a tech company downtown. Entry-level support role. Not great pay, but she always talked about it like she was running the place. I work as a general contractor, run my own small business. Not glamorous, but I built it from nothing into something I'm proud of. It pays the bills, and then some. When we started dating, things were perfect. We'd spend weekends exploring the city, trying new restaurants, catching indie films at this little theater she loved. But looking back, there were always little signs that something was off. Small comments about my clothes, subtle jokes about my truck, the fact that, in 2 years, she'd never once introduced me to any of her work friends. I ignored it all. Because, well, I was in love. About a month ago, Susan mentioned her company was having this big client appreciation party. Upscale hotel downtown. She was helping organize it, and she was stressed about making sure everything was perfect. "Jessica from IT is bringing her boyfriend," she said casually one night while scrolling through her phone. "He's a lawyer or something." "Oh? Can you bring someone?" I asked. "I could come, for moral support if you want." She hesitated, just for a second, but I caught it. "I mean, I guess you could come," she said. "It's just a bunch of corporate people talking about boring work stuff." I offered to help with some expenses. She'd been stressed about money. Her lease had gone up. She hinted she might need to move. I ended up paying for her new dress, $450, a gift basket for her boss, $200, and other party supplies. Not a fortune, but not exactly pocket change either. The night of the party arrived. I cleaned up nice, wore my best suit, the one I saved for meeting big clients. Got a fresh haircut. The works. When I picked her up, she barely acknowledged how I looked, just asked if I remembered the gift basket. At the hotel, she seemed tense. As we walked through the lobby toward the ballroom, she started walking ahead of me, creating distance. "Maybe you should wait in the bar," she suggested. "I need to check on some things first." "I'll come with you," I said. "Maybe I can help carry something." She looked annoyed, but didn't argue. Inside, the ballroom looked amazing. Open bar. Fancy appetizers. Mood lighting. Susan spotted some colleagues and headed over, me trailing behind. "Susan, everything looks amazing," said a woman in a sleek black dress. "Who's this?" There was this pause, just a beat too long. I extended my hand, but Susan cut in. "This is Alex, my driver for the evening." The words hung in the air. Her colleague looked confused, glanced at my suit, clearly not buying it. "Your driver?" she asked, raising an eyebrow. "Yeah," Susan laughed, a little too loudly. "He was nice enough to drop me off, but now he's actually heading out." She turned to me. "Right, Alex?" I felt like I'd been punched in the gut. 2 years together, and I was her driver. I gently took her elbow and guided her a few steps away. "What the hell was that about?" I asked quietly. She rolled her eyes. "These are important people. My career is on the line here. You really should just go wait in the car or something." "I helped pay for this party," I reminded her. "I bought your dress." That's when she said it, looked right at me and said, "You should be grateful I even let you in." In that moment, everything became crystal clear. All the little signs, all the comments. They weren't quirks. They weren't bad days. This was who she really was. I didn't argue, didn't raise my voice, just nodded and said, "You're right," and I walked away, got my jacket, drove home in silence. By the time I got home, I had a dozen missed calls and texts. Where are you? Are you seriously leaving me stranded? Don't be so dramatic. You're embarrassing me. I didn't respond. Turned off my phone, opened a beer, strangely calm, like I'd finally woken up from a long dream. The next morning, she was at my door, eyes puffy like she'd been crying, but makeup perfect, always camera ready. What happened last night? She demanded. You just left me there. I had to get an Uber home. I leaned against the doorframe. You called me your driver. It was just a joke. God, you're so sensitive. These people are important to my career. I didn't want them thinking I was, dating a contractor. Dating a contractor, I repeated. She looked slightly ashamed. That's not what I meant. It's complicated office politics. Then came the tears. She was good at that. Told me she was sorry, that she'd make it up to me. Suggested a weekend getaway. I love you, she said. Last night was a mistake. I let her think I believed her, made her coffee, listened. She left thinking we were okay. A week later, she called, excited. My birthday's coming up, she said. Thinking of hosting dinner at that fancy new place, Antelli's. That sounds nice, I said. Yeah, but I'm short on cash. That party drained me. You want me to help pay? I asked, already knowing. Would you? It'd mean so much. Just work people. A chance to network. No invite for me. How much? I asked. About $1,200. They need a card on file. I can put my card down, I said. Let me know when you need it. You're the best, she said. I'll come by tomorrow. The next day, she came by. I gave her a card. Not my usual one. What time should I be there? I asked. Her smile faltered. Oh, just work people. Shop talk. You wouldn't enjoy it. Got it, I said. No problem. That night, I called the credit card company. Reported it lost. They canceled it. Then I dressed in my nicest suit and went to Antelli's. Sat at the bar. Watched her through the divider. She looked stunning. New dress. Surrounded by colleagues. The woman from the party was there. So was a guy with his hand on her back. She didn't pull away. They laughed. Took photos. Raised glasses. Susan was glowing. The center of attention. At 9:45, the check came. She confidently handed over my card. The server walked away. Tick-tock. Then he returned, speaking quietly to her. I saw her face change. Panic. She checked her phone. Texted me. Alex. Something's wrong. The card's declining. Call me now. This is serious. I look like an idiot. The bill is over $1,200. Finally, I replied. Look behind you. She turned. Saw me. Color drained from her face. I stood. Walked over with an envelope. Silence. Someone asked, Isn't this your driver? I smiled. Actually, I'm, or was, her boyfriend of 2 years. I laid photos on the table, holidays, vacations. I paid for her dress, her boss's gift, this dinner. Susan jumped up. Can we talk outside? No need, I said. The card was canceled yesterday. You did what? I straightened my jacket. And to answer your question, no, I'm not grateful you let me in. But I am grateful for the clarity. I turned to the table. Enjoy your evening. The check's all yours, Susan. She grabbed my arm. You can't just leave. Pay the bill. I looked down at her hand, then back at her. Fud off. Then I walked away. Behind me, chaos. Susan yelling, people murmuring. Someone suggesting they all split the bill. I didn't look back. Next day, texts, calls, voicemails, begging, threats, blocked them all. A week later, one of her colleagues reached out. Turns out there was an HR investigation. She'd lied about her role. Took credit for projects she didn't touch. Got fired. The guy she was seeing ghosted her. 2 weeks later, knock at the door. Susan's parents apologized for everything. Told me Susan lost her job, moved back home. She told us what happened, her mom said. Eventually, they handed me a check, $925, for the dress, the party, everything. She sold some designer stuff to pay you back, her father said. Small step, but it's something. I thanked them. They left. Apparently, she deleted all her socials. focusing on personal growth. As for me, business is good. Started dating again. Had coffee with a kindergarten teacher last week. When I said I was a contractor, she smiled, asked thoughtful questions, listened. And now, sometimes I think back to that hotel ballroom, when she called me her driver. As painful as it was, I'm grateful for that moment. Some people show you who they are in big moments. Others reveal themselves in small, casual cruelties. Either way, when someone shows you who they are, believe them. The first time. I just wish I'd believed it sooner.